we are living through an educational revolution. The pace of change is staggering. Schools, regions, entire countries are turning education on its head and redefining the experiences of students and of teachers. The impact is felt by millions of children and their families around the world. Let's consider for a moment the world in which they live. A world with so much knowledge it's hard to grasp. By the time they leave school, teenagers average nearly 1,000 Facebook friends. They connect with people thousands of miles away as if they were in the same room.
Widespread youth participation in networked public spaces offers a new perspective towards the role of public education. Instead of public education being the sole responsibility of schools, this role has been shared with a more distributed network of people and institutions that are broader than the traditional educational and civic institutions, generating publics that hold greater relevance and accessibility for youth, and offering role models, friendship, acknowledgement, and collaborating peers for learning in an age of new media. According to Haythornthwaite, prior to the rise in new media tools for learning, people relied on the static and authoritative creation of knowledge to study. Considering the pervasive aspect of our contemporary society, the ability to access people and information at any time, anywhere is only growing, as are our transformations in who we learn from, about what, when, and where. Yet work, learning, socializing, and leisure can sometimes happen all at the same time through the use of new media technology. As learning happens outside the classroom, many of the institutional structures that traditionally form the learning experience, such as the quiet library, faculty office hours, or student study groups, have evolved. Ito discusses how the credentials of literacy have shifted from individual reading, writing, and learning to digital collaborative practices, fostering the necessity for education and acculturation in a participatory culture. Notably, mobile learning engages the learner in new settings, developing new learning spaces. With the rise of new media, the capacity and style of learning can be negotiated as formal, informal, and even non-formal. Daba and Kitsantas offer a review of research about a pedagogical approach for combining formal and informal learning through the use of social media. They argue that personal learning environments, or PLEs, support students' self-regulated learning in higher education contexts, at a time when learning on demand is becoming a lifestyle in modern society. Teaching students to become effective, self-regulated learners entails that they acquire personal knowledge management skills, essential for creating, managing, and sustaining PLEs, using a variety of social media. Teachers are encouraging students to use blogging platforms, such as WordPress, to create e-portfolios, which have become an important, authentic assessment tool in higher education, while others are using Twitter, a microblogging platform, to stimulate student engagement in the classroom. Ito argues that it is imperative for policymakers and educators to understand that learning and acting in the digital age goes beyond access to serious information and culture online, as it also is now beginning to include participation in social and recreational activities online. The quality of participation in learning through new media is a common critique. Ito argues that parents must develop an appreciation for the importance of youth's social interactions with their peers and the subsequent new media technology hosting it. The potential gap between traditional and new media and the new technical skills creates a challenge for educators bridging media participation in and outside of the classroom. Konieczny argues that the content in hyperlink writing on Wikipedia sources is further understood through its context, revealing that the authenticity of learning through new media is informal to prevent oligarchy. The interactions of informal online learning was observed by Tan to be an enjoyable experience valued by students for its support in their learning and extension of social interactions and engagement with each other. However, supporting students in this process and providing a framework for digital literacy within informal settings, without the defining features of informal learning environments, learner autonomy, self-direction, enjoyment, exploration, and independence being compromised, is of great significance. Values and norms surrounding education, literacy, and public participation are being challenged by a shifting landscape of media and communications occupied by youth.